Well, today I'm heading off on another bikepacking trip with my friends. This time just Andy and Paul because Sean has an injury. This time we're going mountain biking. We're going to be riding the Towneley loop of the Pennine Bridleway. So I've got this bike ready to go. I've got all my gear ready to go in the car. Time to go and pick up my friends. So today is a 2-hour drive to Waterfoot to start, then a 22-mile ride anti-clockwise around the Towneley loop of the Pennine Bridleway to Hebden Bridge. You all ready? Where's all your equipment? Morning! You sleep in the garage so you didn't wake the family up? You're all miserable about this trip.
I'm all miserable because we're going for one night and I've had to do pack this
That's
up.
like trouble, isn't it? Yeah. Just as much hassle for one night as for
It is, you have to make that a rule. It's got to be 8.
You've got to be at least 4 nights. One latte.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Overnight parking right here, right where the trail starts as well. In fact, you can see the signs over there. Brilliant. Right, time to start loading the bikes up. Right, so all the bikes are all loaded up. Do we think today's going to be easy or hard?
easy. I can be there.
It's only 22 miles, which seems like we should be done by lunchtime, but all this weight on the bike, I think it might take a bit longer. Oh, this is the worst climb of the day, I think. I've already run out of gears. One mile in and we're lost. Horses. The only thing more scary than a cow is a horse. This is so hard pushing up here. So heavy, so steep. But I think just up here we finally refound the bridleway. This is what it should look like. Really windy up here. I think we've reached the top. Literally just 2 miles now. It's really windy up here. Look at that view. We've reached the top. And according to the map, when I looked yesterday, this is by far the worst climb of the day. Done. Famous last words, eh? It's easy after this, Andy says. Dead easy. If only I dared look away from the path and look at the view. Boy, these cobbles are horrendous.
The cobbles of death.
They're horrible, aren't they?
Cobbles, yeah. Cobblers.
Really hard. How's the bike holding up?
Alright, but this keeps hitting the wheel. I need a bit more air in my shock, I think.
Right.
Otherwise all my kit's going to start falling out all over the trail.
Six miles, and Paul wants to know if he can have lunch yet. He knows that we've got a rule though. Have to get past halfway before we have lunch. First bit of maintenance. Paul's bag keeps rubbing on his tyre and it's going to wear through. So I'll have to pump it back up. Sheer variety on this trail so far, brilliant. When I was dreaming and planning about doing a mountain biking, bikepacking trip, this is exactly what I was hoping for. A mixture of single track and everything we've done so far. Fantastic. That was a hard climb. Oh, well, what a view. Oh, I was just starting to think this ride is too easy.
Yeah, be there by lunchtime.
Be there by lunchtime, but that was hard. We don't know which way to go. There's some dispute. Paul's up there, Andy's up there. Don't know which way to go. Although Pennine Bridleway is signposted where Paul is. But Andy will be right. Nope, he's wrong. Andy and Paul all the way down there. Well, we just had our lunch stop. We've got about 11 miles to go, so we've done just over halfway. Been looking forward to those sandwiches ever since I came up with the idea early in the week to make sausage and egg sandwiches, and they were fantastic. But I think I'm going to regret it up this next climb. Wow, look at that trail stretch out in front of us. Amazing. Apparently there's 100 runners coming up here in a minute. 200 runners coming up here in a minute. No sign of these runners. That was a tough climb. But I think we're nearly at the top now. Paul and Andy up there. I just stopped to take in the view before we go up to the top. Absolutely stunning. Well, this is steep. This is brilliant. Managed to get my dropper post down by a couple of inches, which is not bad. Making this a bit better. Whew! That was fun. This is way too steep to climb up. It's nearly too hard to push up. Oh, this climb is brutal. And it's going on and on for so long. Oh, thank goodness for that. I think that's the top. Wow, what a view. So what do we think, downhill the rest of the way today? Right, but not up. So flat or down? Undulating or down? Just what we're hoping, brilliant. That was so hard. It's the rock, I mean it is steep, but it's the rocks.
Yeah.
Just throw you around constantly. 5 miles to go. Uh-oh. Cow in the road. Paul's gonna get attacked. Thanks, Paul. Well, about 2.5 miles to go, and we've all absolutely had enough. We're all done in. Hot, I've run out of water. I'm just hallucinating thinking about water. But I just thought I'd stop and show this thing up here. Looks quite cool. I don't know what it is, but it looks pretty cool. If we're going up there to the right, I'm going to cry. Anybody want to buy a bike? Just a mile down here to the campsite, I think. Oh, the campsite, here we are. I just need some water, I'm so thirsty. Right, a quick tour of camp again. Brought my 15-degree summer sleeping bag, so hopefully that'll be okay. Andy's amazing tent, just like before.
Yes.
And that's Paul's tent. What on earth were you carrying all day?
Right.
Is that your sleeping bag?
Isn't it your sleeping bag? That's his, oh yeah.
Brilliant. Paul's making a cup of tea. Trying to make a cup of tea. And I'm gonna have a slightly different kind of drink. Right, so we're just heading down to Pennine Bridge, walking down to this pub that Andy's booked us into. We're a bit doubtful of these directions though, to be honest. We've been up this hill and now we're going back down it. And that's where we're going, I think, down there. Not sure about the climb back up later though. Cheers. Well done, everybody.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah. I thought today was a bit easy. Can you find a easier trip next time?
Yeah. Well, there's nobody gonna have a better night's sleep tonight than you. Right, we're just packing up. Paul's trying to find where all this stuff goes, although he's not got very much. And we're getting ready to do day 2 of the Merry Towneley loop. 24 miles back to Waterfoot. I think it might be quite hard today. But first we're going to have breakfast on the campsite. Morning. Oh wow.
There you go. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Great,
Thank you.
thanks.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ooh,
Look at that.
Yeah.
I can't see what's under the toast. Come on, Austin. Who's the last to pack up?
It's always me, I tell you. It doesn't matter how long.
And if you look at this, it looks like he might be packed up, but
There's all this other stuff. I
Yep.
didn't suddenly realise.
and there we are. We're all packed up here. Oh, heart's pounding. Right, back on the Pennine Bridleway now. Didn't get very far, did he?
No.
Well, we're doing an experimental route because the one that we were supposed to go up looked so bad. This route's much better than the alternative though, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, still more hiker bike. Well, we've barely even done 2 miles. And it's mostly been hiker bike. Absolutely exhausted. And at Earth I'm going to do another 20. I don't like how we're losing so much height so quickly. It means we're going to have to climb back up again. This is where we were originally planning to stop. The new Daylight Inn, it's got a campsite behind it. But that would have added another hour onto yesterday's ride. Good grief. Quick strawberry stop. I bet it takes more energy to eat them than you get from them. And the Merry Towneley looks quite well signposted. So we're following those really in preference to my GPS. Because I think I got the GPS from a crazy mountain biker who did some crazy detours. Hello. Reservoir, look. It's hot and this hill is brutal. Even Andy's stopped. It's just these rocks make it so hard. With all the weight and the rocks and the climb. So Paul, how was your training program for this particular ride?
Well, being as it was going to be a lot easier because it was shorter distance, I didn't bother doing it.
You winged it.
But then it's quite hard, and now it's suddenly gone boiling hot.
Yep.
With quite a steep climb to go up.
Yeah.
So.
But then this is the last climb, that bloke said.
Really?
Then it's downhill the rest of the way.
Yeah, till then we got to get up and over again.
I think he just said it's downhill till the next climb.
We're at the top of the hill though now. Look at that stretching out in front of us. Well, we're just over halfway now. Got this massive downhill that an e-biker we saw told us about. Hands going a bit numb. Nearly run out of water. I'm really hoping at the bottom of this hill there's going to be a village where I can refill. Yet another reservoir. Cheers for that. Yeah, sorry it was hurting your fingers. Now Paul reckons it's only a mile till we see somewhere for lunch and to get drinks. You do a bit like that and you think, oh, I'll come and do this again. And then you do a bit like this and you think, no. To go up and over that, I'm sure, by the end of the day. Looks huge. What a climb. The village. Please be a shop. Lunchtime, 2 o'clock. Yeah. Will we be able to fill our water bottles up somewhere?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you.
Behind the bar, just take them up with you and they'll fill them up.
Brilliant, thank you.
I think you're in need of food. I can see in your
You can see it in my eyes, can you?
Like, you know.
Have you been perusing?
Just look bewildered.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah,
Oh,
cheers.
I need this.
Cheers, well spotted. Stop.
For this for lunch.
Very nice.
This should get us up the last hill. I'm not going to say it, but we've done quite well on this for not having any problems with a certain thing. Turns out I've got no energy left. Right, so Andy says we've got just one hill to go. Got 6.5 miles to go. One hill to go, which is apparently about 300 or 400 feet of climbing, which is just like a hill that we ride all the time at home. So I bet it's going to be a lot harder than that. Crikey. Paul looks about as broken as I am. Look at that view though. This is the screen that Andy refers to as the screen of doom. It shows what's left to come with this climb. Not even close to halfway yet. It's so steep. Well, we need the bikes in it, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen this L? Look, it's actually a capital L as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Back to Mary Townley, Lady
Townley.
Sorry, Lady Townley. I've been saying it wrong the whole way around. I kept correcting these two and it turns out I was wrong. Mary Townley, and we think that she is an utter sadist. Oh. Me and Andy have been having a bit of a grump off on this trip. When he's grumpy, I'm happy, and when I'm happy, he's grumpy. No. When I'm grumpy, he's happy.
It's been a brilliant day today. Absolutely fantastic.
Really grumpy today.
Yeah.
Really hard today.
Been better. Scenery's better. Oh, fantastic.
And yesterday I asked him if he was enjoying it and he said no. So, when I was enjoying it at that bit. Tough climb that, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you get a horse up there?
Yeah, we keep saying that. This is supposed to be a bridleway, and throughout the whole trip we keep saying, how on earth would a horse get over this, or through this, or over this? Crazy. All right, Mary Towneley, how about a few less gates? Right, so, Paul, what did you think to that little detour?
It was marvellous. I'm glad I thought of it. Rather than going Andy's way on the road.
Just 4 miles to go, and I think it's mostly downhill now. Yay, another gate. Thank you. Another gate, unbelievable. Well, we've got about 1.5 miles to go, and to try and speed things up with all these gates, we've been playing Andy's favourite game, Gate Relay, where we take it in turns to do one and go ahead. But before it was much better for me because Paul was opening all the gates and Andy was closing all the gates. Maybe that's why they started doing it. Thank you. Yeah, Paul's gonna have to do another one now. Blimey, this is a bit technical. Look, sign to Waterfoot where we'll finish. Can't be far now. 1 mile.
1 mile?
1 mile. A tiny, tiny hill, then downhill all the rest of the way.
Yeah, that one.
And then I promise you it's downhill the rest of the way.
Right.
It's tiny.
That's a promise.
Last little bit. Nobody fall off on this bit. Really hope I haven't got a parking ticket. That's it, we're done. There's the car. Hopefully all the windows are still there and it's no parking ticket. Right, well done everyone. Well done. Well done Andy. Well done mate.
Yeah, well done you.
Yeah. All done. How tired are you, Paul?
I don't feel too bad now. It has been hard work.
Yeah.
Tiring, but I don't feel bad now. Nothing like we did on Tour de Peak District at the end of each day.
That pint of Coke woke me up a bit,
Yeah,
gave me some energy.
Yeah, that food sort of...
Yeah. Last bit was a bit, well, not easier, but I had the energy for it. Right, so we just need to unload all the bags, get the bikes on the car, and drive home. There's Andy sorting his bike out over there.